Kazakhstan plane crash, a tragedy in the skies. On a quiet morning, the tranquility of Kazakhstan was shattered by the devastating news of a passenger plane crash that claimed the lives of dozens and left a nation in mourning. The ill-fated flight, carrying 67 passengers and crew members, was en route from Almaty to Nur-Sultan, a routine journey that turned into a nightmare. The flight that never reached its destination. The aircraft, operated by a reputable airline, departed Almaty International Airport amidst favorable weather conditions. However, shortly after takeoff, the pilots reported technical difficulties, initiating an emergency protocol. Eyewitnesses near the crash site described the horrifying scene of the plane descending rapidly, struggling to maintain stability before striking the ground near a residential area. I ran seeing the appropriate protocols. A desperate rescue effort. Emergency responders arrived swiftly, battling against time and the chaos of wreckage to save as many lives as possible. The haunting cries of survivors trapped in the twisted metal echoed across the scene. Heroic efforts from locals and first responders led to the rescue of several injured passengers, but the toll was heart-wrenching. Questions and investigations, computer visions, and experiential exploration. Global network. As investigators comb through the debris, the black box, a critical component in determining the cause of the crash, has been recovered. Preliminary reports suggest potential mechanical failure, but the full picture remains unclear. Authorities are committed to uncovering the truth behind the tragedy to ensure such an incident never happens again. A nation united in grief. The crash has sent shockwaves throughout Kazakhstan and the global aviation community. Families and loved ones of the victims are left grappling with the enormity of their loss, while the country observes a period of mourning. Memorials have been erected to honor those who perished, and support pours in from around the world for the survivors and their families. Hope amidst tragedy. Despite the heartbreak, stories of survival and resilience emerge. A young boy found alive in the wreckage, and the selfless acts of strangers in the aftermath serve as a testament to the human spirit's ability to endure and inspire hope. Kazakhstan plane crash, a nation in mourning over a heartbreaking tragedy. The skies over Kazakhstan turned from serene to sorrowful as a routine flight became the scene of a devastating disaster. The passenger plane, carrying 67 passengers and crew members, was on a scheduled journey from Almaty to Nur-Sultan when it tragically crashed. This disaster has left a nation grieving and the aviation world searching for answers. The fateful flight. It was a cold morning in Almaty when the passengers boarded the flight, unaware that it would be their last journey. Among them were families heading home, business travelers, and students beginning new chapters of their lives. The aircraft, a well-maintained model with a strong service history, took off as scheduled. Moments after liftoff, the unthinkable happened. Pilots reported severe technical issues to air traffic control. Witnesses near the airport described the aircraft wobbling mid-air, struggling to gain altitude. Despite the crew's efforts to stabilize the flight, the plane veered off course and descended rapidly, crashing into a field close to a residential area. Over 300 passengers. Scenes of chaos and despair. The crash site presented a harrowing scene of destruction. The aircraft broke into several pieces upon impact, scattering debris over a wide area. Flames engulfed parts of the wreckage as thick black smoke billowed into the sky. Houses near the crash site were damaged, and frightened residents rushed out to assist in whatever way they could. Survivors recounted the moments leading up to the crash. The deafening sound of alarms, oxygen masks dropping, and the sheer terror that gripped the cabin. Many clung to their seats, praying for a miracle, while the heroic crew worked tirelessly to calm passengers. Emergency response and rescues. Emergency services arrived swiftly, with firefighters, paramedics, and police working tirelessly to control the chaos. Rescue workers braved intense heat and hazardous conditions to pull survivors from the wreckage. Local residents joined in, offering tools and blankets to assist the injured. Among the survivors was a 10-year-old boy found conscious amidst the debris, a symbol of hope in a moment of despair. Another survivor, a cabin crew member, was praised for shielding passengers during the crash, sustaining injuries herself. Investigation underway. The focus now turns to understanding what caused the crash. The aircraft's black box has been recovered and sent for analysis. Initial theories suggest mechanical failure, possibly a malfunction in the engines or hydraulic systems. However, investigators have not ruled out external factors, such as bird strikes or weather anomalies. Experts from international aviation agencies have joined the investigation, determined to ensure that the lessons learned prevent future tragedies. Impact on families and the nation. Crash has left 67 families devastated, their lives forever changed. Stories of those lost have begun to emerge. A mother traveling with her 2 children, a young couple heading for their honeymoon, and a doctor returning from a medical conference. Kazakhstan declared a national day of mourning as citizens united in grief. Vigils were held across the country, with candles and flowers placed outside airports and public spaces. The global aviation community responds. The tragedy has drawn global attention, sparking discussions about aviation safety and emergency protocols. Airlines worldwide have pledged to review their fleets, ensuring that such incidents remain rare. The international aviation community expressed solidarity, offering assistance in the investigation and support for the families affected. Human spirit amidst the tragedy. Amid the sorrow, tales of heroism and resilience have shone through. The bravery of the crew, the quick actions of rescuers, and the support of local communities remind us of the strength of the human spirit in times of crisis. This heartbreaking event serves as a solemn reminder of the unpredictability of life and the importance of cherishing each moment. As Kazakhstan and the world mourn the lives lost, they also find strength in the stories of survival and unity that have emerged from the tragedy.